If you click this video, it means you either want to braid your hair or you already have your hair braided and you're wondering what you should have done before. If you want to know everything about what you should do before you braid your hair, then keep watching. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you 6 tips and a bonus. I always give you a bonus tip, so make sure you stay tuned right till the end of this video, because every single point that I'm going to give you in this video is very important to get the best out of your braids. My name is Angelica, aka Angie B, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. The button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Click that and it will ensure that you get notifications every single time I post. Let's get straight into the first point. So tip number 1 is to detangle your hair. It doesn't matter what your curl pattern is. Before you go into washing your hair, you're going to definitely want to detangle your hair, because you don't want any knots or anything that's going to stress your scalp, because once you start braiding your hair, there will be lots of stress on your scalp. However you do that, if you would like to use a detangler, water, your favorite leave-in conditioner, or whatever pre-poo step you do, you can go ahead and do that, but you want to make sure that your hair is very thoroughly detangled before you go ahead and wash it. If you're one of the kind of people who finger detangles, you can go ahead and finger detangle your hair. That is actually what I did for my hair before I went into washing it, which is our second tip. So tip 2 is you want to make sure you thoroughly wash your hair. Don't wash it like a co-wash, how you do the curly girl method. If that's what you do, you want to make sure that you always really deep clean your hair. So if you only wash your hair once, maybe you want to have to do it 2 or 3 times. And the reason for this is, first of all, you want to take off the buildup on your scalp, which will prevent lots of the itching on your scalp. And also, you don't want buildup when your hair is braided, because even if you can wash your hair in the braids, the buildup is just going to run down your hair inside the braids, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure your hair is super clean before you braid. I used this Natural World Smoothing Therapy shampoo, Brazilian keratin. It's fine. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I don't care that much about shampoos. I just use whatever works, so it doesn't make my hair dry. But if you watch the video that I posted last week, I list all my favorite Holy Girl products, and I list my favorite shampoo and conditioner and everything in that video. So I'm going to link it in the description box below, so you can watch it after you watch this video. But after I did wash my hair with this, and I shampooed 3 times. I wanted to make sure that my hair completely lathered. I put the shampoo from my scalp all the way to my roots, because I wanted all my hair to be super clean. And then I followed up to my next tip, which is tip number 3. You want to deep condition your hair. So you can use your favorite deep conditioner, or you can use even just a regular conditioner if you don't have a deep conditioner, but leave it in your hair for long enough. You guys know my favorite deep conditioner is the one by Shea Moisture, the Manuka Honey one, but it's finished. So I just used the regular conditioner as a deep conditioner. That is what it looks like. It is the Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration. It is the Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Conditioner with fig extract and baobab oil for dry and damaged hair. I followed up with my favorite oil mix, which is just in this little bottle here. It is a mixture of Ayurvedic oils and a little bit of castor oil and some peppermint and tea tree oil, and I put that over all my hair with the conditioner. I put a plastic bag over it, and I let it sit in my hair for about 45 minutes, and then I rinsed that out, because moisture is very important. So I know the tip is to deep condition, but it is mainly to moisturize your hair. Before you braid it, you want to make sure your hair is very moisturized and very soft, because braiding your hair, it is a protective style, but while you're doing the actual braids, if your hair is brittle and very dry, your hair can start breaking, and then you think you're doing a protective style, and once you take them out, you have severe breakage, because your hair is breaking in the braids as you're braiding it. So you have to make sure that it's very moisturized. And now we'll go into our next tip, which is blow drying. Now this depends on what your hair texture is, so I'd rather put it as stretching your hair. So if your hair is maybe 3A, 3B, maybe even 3C, no, probably 3A and 3B and above that, you can probably just get a paddle brush, comb your hair out while it's wet so that the curls don't fully form, and you can put whatever your favorite leave-in conditioner is, and you can just brush your hair out, and that should be fine enough, because you don't, like I said, you don't want to stress your hair before you braid it. But if you have 3B and below hair texture like me, I would suggest that you blow dry your hair. And if you guys know, again, I really don't care that much about hair textures. Let me just say, if your curls are tight and brushing them out doesn't necessarily help them make the hair straight enough, doesn't have to be straight, just not too curly, it'll be easier for braiding your hair. And the reason is, as you're braiding the hair, first of all, it takes time to part really curly hair, because if you have coils or curls, you know, as you're combing it, it sort of reforms the curls and it tangles around each other. That takes a lot of time, and it can also cause breakage if your hair is tangling while you're braiding it. So I would suggest you blow dry your hair. You can blow dry it on cool or warm or hot if you're fine with that. As you can see, my hair is already blow dried. I'm looking like a lion. I blow dried my hair last night, and I'm going to show you what I used. So I used the shampoo and conditioner that I've already shown you. And before I went ahead and blow dried, I used this leave-in conditioner because, like I said, moisture is key. I used this one by Cream of Nature, the Curl Repair Leave-In. And this is what it looks like. It is quite a thick product. Now, you don't want to put too much product on your hair, because don't think because you're braiding it you have to put all your products on your hair in advance, because you're not going to touch it. You can still moisturize your hair while it's in braids, and I'll make another video on that while my hair is braided. But just do what you would normally do to your hair. Just make sure it's like you're taking extra care, because you probably won't be able to touch your hair for the next maybe 1 month or 3 weeks or 5 weeks, depending on how long you keep your protective styles in. But yes, I used this just a regular amount, and then I went ahead and used my favorite heat protector that everybody and their mother uses from Tresemme. I sprayed a generous amount of this all over my hair, and then after this one is not really necessary, but I mean, this was kind of expensive and I know it's going to last forever, so I might as well start using it. And this makes my hair feel very soft and smooth when I blow dry. It is the BioSilk Silk Therapy in original. This is what it looks like. It's a very, very good serum. It feels light, but it's heavy at the same time. So if you have quite fine hair, you want to be very careful with this product, because it can weigh your hair down, and you don't want your hair to be like sticky when it's being braided. You just want it to be nice and soft. And it's also a heat protector, so that is why I used it on top of the other heat protector that I used. And I blow dried it with my blow dryer. It's not with me right now, but if you want to see the entire process of how I blow dry my hair, I'm going to link my curly to straight video in the eye, and also in the description box below, and you guys are going to see my entire routine for how I blow dry my hair. That's exactly what I did this time. It's no different, and this is how it came out. It's very fluffy, very soft. If you don't know the hairdresser that you're going to, I would advise, again, for you to blow dry your hair, because if they might be slightly rough with hair when parting it and all that, it's better if your hair is just in a more stretched state, because it will handle less breakage. I would rather have a slight chance of heat damage than excessive hair breakage while parting my hair. Now for the 5th tip. This is more of something you should not do and not something you should do, which is, please do not flat iron your hair. It is not necessary. All you have to do is stretch your hair. You can blow dry it, you can brush it out. Do not flat iron your hair, because the reason most of the time people want to get box braids is as a protective style. So if you flat iron it before, it's kind of like you're just adding to excess damage, not to mention you're braiding it on hair that's already brittle and in a fragile state because it's flat ironed. So please don't flat iron your hair before you get it in braids. I understand that it might look neat at the roots, and maybe it might seem like you have less hair and you finish quicker, but in the long run it's going to damage your hair. It's like adding more stress onto more stress, like relaxing your hair and then putting hair dye on top. So please do not flat iron your hair before. Just do the blow dry, and you will thank me later. Your hair is still gonna look nice. You can put maybe hair gel or some sort of pomade at the base if you want that sleek look when you braid your hair. Just don't flat iron it, because you will regret it. It will look nice when you braid your hair, but once you take it out, you will see the effects of that. For the bonus tip, you guys know I always give a bonus tip after the main tips, because this one is also very, very important. And this is to try and do everything that I've mentioned a day before you do the braids. Now, if you're watching this today and you're getting your braids today, then you just have to do what you have to do. But if you're watching this a few days before, I suggest you do everything that I've mentioned at least a day before, because like I said, your scalp can be very tender even if you're not that tender headed. When you blow dry your hair and when you're detangling and all that, sometimes it can leave your scalp feeling a little bit sore or fragile. And if you at least do it the day before or the night before, it allows you a couple hours for your scalp to relax, for your scalp to not be sore anymore if it was sore at all. And it just allows all the products to absorb into your hair and feel soft. So the next day when you wake up and you start combing your hair, you can see if there's any areas that need a little bit more of moisturizer or anything like that. And that would definitely lead you into knowing exactly if your hair is in the perfect condition to get it in braids. Now I will be doing lots more videos of my hair while it's in braids, about an updated video on how to sleep with your braids in your hair, another video on how to moisturize your hair while it is in braids, and so many more videos. So please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. And if you watched this video to this point, please comment what your favorite tip for braiding hair is in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments, and everybody I'm sure will also want to see what your tips are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.